Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the Playing with Trash series and we are slowly getting there. Now, we've set up this technical services facility and you can see it does go and pick up trash at some of these different locations, which will be kind of wondering what the kind of container is that it will actually use here. Yeah, it seems to be a large one. Does this one generate trash? It does not. So interesting that it doesn't do that. Now, we will need workers here. This one will generate trash. So it does actually show you where it's picking up, right? So at the moment, all of our respective trash collection sites are being used, as well as these two buildings is also going to go and get direct collection. I believe we can do with a couple of large, maybe just, let's go with two large ones. Now, that doesn't take it anywhere yet. So we do need to figure out where we're going. I'm going to let things play a little without workers. It shouldn't be a drain on our economy too much, just to get our distribution to start working a little bit better. In the meantime, what I might do is I might have a bit of a look at just tidying up this little square for us, just a tad. Nothing too crazy. I just want to make sure we're trying to get it there a little bit better. Can we, if we do this, does that kind of restore? I don't know if it actually makes it look better and whether we will end up leaving it this way or not. But what I wanted to do is maybe just add a few trees in there. And I've kind of figured out that I was missing out on, so what trees will we do? That I'm missing out on sporting facilities. Beech trees, pine trees. Yeah, maybe a couple of beech trees. And what I want to do is try and make it as fairly a natural tree-lined kind of area here as we can. Something like this, right? So I'm not going to be, doing a lot of this, but a little bit it's not gonna hurt. So there we go. Just get a little bit of trees going on there so that it's at least a nice little area. We'll look at seeing what kind of props or if anything we can actually put in here in the future. But I kind of like our little internal square here. That's looking pretty good. Now I need to keep running the game so that we can get our distribution to work. At the same time, we are missing out on sporting facilities. You probably left that in the comments. I've been recording these back to back, so it's not yet. So probably just going to go with the indoor pool here, to be honest. And something like that might look pretty good. It'll have everything it needs right there. So we'll do that, the indoor pool. You might have left it in the comments, but I've been playing these back to back. So even though you're seeing it a little bit later, I'll be reading your comments in the future. But you probably mentioned that already. Now, does this guy pick up there? It does. I like it. So now I've got a pool over on this side. These guys will still have some issues, so we may as well build a pool on the other side too. I thought it might be pretty cool to just do it right there. So we'll get a pool built on the other side too. So now I'm at least hoping these guys will get there pretty nicely. Don't pause it all the time. I'm waiting for other stuff to actually happen. We'll do that. Get it tied in. There we go. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we've got a couple of pools. Everybody should have access to everything it kind of needs over here. These guys should be able to walk to where they want to go and so on. Okay. So that's going to be... what are you doing? You're bringing in some chemicals for us. Excellent. Fill this guy nice and up with chemicals. We don't have any people yet, so we're just trying to get these things filled up. What we are missing, though, is meat. Now, meat will have to come in straight away this way as well. So let's get a meat storage. Kind of missed out on that. Meat storage over here. Now, that's a big one. I think the 75 tons is going to be more than sufficient. Let me flip it around. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I'm after. I'm going to do that. And what we'll do is we'll just get ourselves, probably the road that does something like this. Yeah, let's just do that. Just do that. Get all of that built. Now we have. We will need another vehicle at least to bring in some meat. Okay. So what we'll do, because we've got the two different options here, what we'll do is let's get a couple of refrigerator trucks. Don't pause it. Refrigeration. Give me a couple of them. You will be, I pause while I do this. You will go and collect meat over here. You will load meat up over there on that side. And what you will do is you will come and unload meat up to about 60%. In there, if you just click on it, you can actually fill that in. Okay. And then at the same time, you will be collecting meat over here down to 0. And you will be unloading over there up to about 60%. So that can work because we've got the two different places where that can actually pick up. So they won't go and, see, this is still a bit of a challenge for us. No, get rid of that. So do the meat one over there. We can see we might be able to add some extra stuff in there as well. Let's grab the extra piece. Get us another one. Okay, we will need to get this. We'll need to get researching pretty quickly to sort this out. Tie that in over there. You will buy another vehicle for us, please. This time I'd like a refrigeration vehicle. Thank you. You are going to go and pick up over here, and you're gonna unload over there up to. Unload over there up to like 60%, please. So that should work. I might have to add some additional storage here. I'm kind of fully prepared to do that as we go. We're up at about 1.9 million rubles, so we're still looking pretty good, though we haven't brought in any people just yet. Now, buses and all of these other things, we can certainly make this a little bit of a technical area in here. Yeah, pretty easily. We'll see about how we run a train through there ultimately if we wanted to. This is kind of our train, potentially our train area, and we can see how we run the rest of it. But yeah, that's the kind of things that we're doing here. I just want to see that we're actually filling up the various things. Oh, we actually had a delivery over here. That's good. That's very good. So that's actually delivering directly from the border. And we only have this single vehicle there, so we do need to be a little bit careful. It's not quite ideal yet. I wouldn't mind, actually, to be honest, I'll make a start on logistics optimization straight away so that we can get better logistics going as soon as we have people actually moving in. We should be able to give everybody what they need fairly quickly. Can workers get here? Only a single, two places as workers can get there. What I might do, I might upgrade that. Okay, so let's see about upgrading this section of road. Okay, so now with that upgraded, where can you walk to? Still only there? Not ideal, but at least we've got some better walking conditions to get into that side. We can't walk on this side, or can't get there yet. These guys probably don't have any workability. No, so no workers can actually walk all the way here. But we'll get there, slow and steady, we'll get there. Okay, now the next piece is we will need to dump our trash somewhere. So let's go into trash. Since we've done no research whatsoever, what can we do? Can't separate, we can't do this, we can't do that. We can run a gravel recycling plant from construction waste, but we can't generate any construction waste apart from demolition. We can do waste treatment. So what I am kind of wondering, will this generate, it will generate hazardous waste straight away. So we'll probably need to start looking at a waste treatment facility fairly soon. It doesn't do a lot of pollution. This is an incinerator small, and we can't do waste to power or anything like that. And we've got scrapping facilities for vehicles, and we've got dumps. So we probably need dumps with claw machine and then transfer for big garbage containers. So I don't quite know what this does, but potentially the dump with the claw is something that we'll need. The small one. I don't quite know yet. We'll have to figure it out as we go. The incinerator might be something that we're going to need. So if we were to establish a little area. So okay, so let's have a bit of a look. So let's assume if we've got a train station in here, we'll assume the town will go up all the way to like this area here. So let's kind of indicate where we think the town will kind of go to. The town will probably run a little something like that, right? So that's kind of our town boundaries. Okay, so that's kind of where people will be going. Now, in order for us to start that, we will need to do a little bit of distance from there. So if we go 300, 400, 500 meters or so from here, that's kind of the area that we'll be looking at. So give me a road, that road there. And what we'll do is we'll see about running it all the way up to there. It's not too pricey. Go ahead and get that built. So that's I think gonna be our area where we're gonna start to potentially do some work. Construction activities can take a place up here because the town really won't extend here much there. So we can do some construction kind of activities up here. So we'll definitely have a bit of a look at that. Yeah, so we'll get construction in this area. I think that'll kind of work. We're not going to deliver fuel directly to some of these buildings. I'm just checking to see that. Yeah, we're not going to deliver straight there. So what we'll need to do is now have a bit of a look. What are we going to do with farming? So let's switch this on. I like that. I'm going to kind of turn that in. So if we were to do something like this, okay, that's good. Up at about this location, we will be able to do a little bit of an industrial. Well, the industrial complex will have to be in this side. So let's just do it up to here, and we'll do our first industrial complex in that location. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get all of that purchased. Good stuff. Now, farm's going to be over here. If you would like to name our farming area, please let me know what you think. Now, farms, I'm going to go ahead and start off with just the largest farm facility that we can get. Right? And I'm going to do it on this road here. And we're going to try and do it. If we were to do farms like this, so before we'll need to make room for distribution in the not too distant future. But for the time being, we're not doing that just yet. We'll keep running this in this location, and we'll go and add that there, and we'll get that built. So that's farms. Now let's see. Oh, I think farms in this area is going to look pretty good. So let's lay out a few large fields. Okay, so if we were to say start our fields around here, okay, that's not costing us any more, is it? Okay, so let's do that. We could actually run farm fields all the way through here. Because we've kind of measured this already, let's quickly move that out of the way. And now let's do our farm fields. Now we don't want the farm fields to be too far. So let's do, I'm glad it's going to, yeah, so that could be the edge of town, right? So we'll do farm fields like so. like 18. There we go. So we'll do that. What we'll do is we'll kind of run this little road through here. So, and we'll shoot it out on that side. And I think we'll even run a road. Down there, and we will get those pieces built. So that gives us 18 fields in fairly close proximity. It does give us access to some rail over here if we wanted to bring in a rail. It's not too close to the highway to be a bit of a problem just yet. So this should be able to work straight away. I'm going to pause it for a second while we quickly... Oh, actually, necessarily need to pause it. Still waiting on stuff to happen. Okay, so let's tie that one in there. We'll tie this one there. Give that a little bit of extra room. Give that a bit of extra room. Through there, all of these have been... I didn't know, they have not. There we go. So we'll have some slow-moving vehicles on this piece of road. But that's our first farming facility. And then the question is, because if this is fairly close to food, so could we do food directly from this? So what we'll need to do is provide a bit of a storage facility over here. But before we do that, maybe in this location. Okay, let's forget about pausing. Keep running. Do we run it slower? Let's run it a little bit slower for the moment. We would like to store some stuff, right? And will we... That's too small. Yeah, that's probably about right. Let's do about a 12. Let's do that. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable, actually. So if we were to do something like this, this won't insta-build. Should be able to get everybody to where they want to go. This is not within reach of fire, I'm very sure. Let's have a quick look. Where can you get to? You can't get here. So this is a bit of a challenge for us. So if we were to have that ready to go for the future, and so for our very first food factory, we'll do a food factory. This does 30 tons, 20 tons per day, 42 crops. This is... So what do we want, right? We want a storage facility of a reasonable size, right? That's a reasonable size, right? Yeah, I think it can accommodate a fair bit of everything. So we want that roughly about there, I think. Let's flip it around and do our road on that side, yeah. So if we do something like this, kind of comfortable with that. What we would like to do is we would like to bring in an alcohol distillery. Actually, yeah, we will have to flip it around. No, that's not going to work. Needs to go this way. Actually not a bad idea. So we'll do it that way. This will need to kind of tie in over there. We'll sort that one out. Then the next piece of the puzzle is this guy, which we'll do a little bit of this with. I believe that might work. Too long. Crazy. Okay, bring it back. Do it again. If we do that, will that work? Come on, it has to work. That works. Too long still? Oh, come on. Pains me, these things sometimes. Let's try that one more time. Do that and do this. Perfect. So there we go. That'll I don't want to do that. That'll work. What we need to do over here is we need to provide some truck stations and the like. So at least we'll get alcohol and food produced directly. We can certainly bring in a train here. So this is kind of why we redid it, is so that we can have the road cargoes or the train cargo station like so. So we can actually load up on those various things. Yeah, I think that's going to be about right. We could do it a little bit more like this so that it's a little bit more parallel with the other one. Yeah, I think that's probably better. And so now we can plan some rail facilities out there. This one will have to come back and connect over here, and we'll have to see about the others. But what we definitely will need to do straight from the start is we will need to provide some walking paths. So if we wanted to bring a bus station in here, let's grab a bus station that we're going to need kind of straight away. Will we build? How will we actually get this to work? Again, it's such a challenging one actually. Let's grab ourselves a bus station. Kind of tempted to do it where? Maybe a bus station over there. Would they be able to walk to both of them? We can't cross there, right? That is fairly challenging. You could always, so let's do the bus station strike right there. What we'll do is we'll test it out a little bit like this. You'll need to just do. On. Oh, is it really that close that it can't get out there? No, it can. There we go. So if I do that and I say, can you walk everywhere? Oh, quite easily. We'll have to transition this as we go, maybe train stations and the likes and tram stations and so on. But that's the first piece. Now, the next piece of the puzzle is going to be something that can manage waste in some sort of way. So the first things will be probably a waste treatment facility. Let's see, can we do a waste treatment facility? So a waste treatment facility does what exactly? It takes in hazardous waste, and it does chemicals, and then it generates mixed waste. Okay, so that's the one side of things, right? So we'll get a waste treatment facility over there. The other one that we would like to do is an incinerator, probably just a small one. And that consumes mixed waste, and it generates a lot of other exports, right? It exports more mixed waste. So it generates consumption per day is 30 tons of mixed waste. It processes all these other things fairly efficiently. And then garbage production per worker, it does its own garbage. Okay, but then what does it actually produce at the end? So this is the thing that I'm not too clear on, is if we're now incinerating waste, right? We don't need crazy amounts of stuff here. But what we'll need to do is we'll need to bring in mixed waste. So transfer for big containers, transfer for big garbage containers, small. So what does this actually mean, right? I think this allows for a drop-off of sorts. Okay, so we would need, so where do we, so hazardous waste. Let's have a look at our various storage facilities. Hazardous waste, none of that. This does plastic waste, nothing much else. Hazardous waste goes where? We have aluminum scrap and construction waste and metal scrap in there. And we have then just waste dumps, right? And this does mixed waste. So where does hazardous waste go? Directly in there? I'm kind of concerned. So hazardous waste is handled in what way? It seems to be in like containers. Okay, We'll have to figure this one out as we go, I think, because I just don't know. Honestly, just don't know. So if we were to say something like this, I hate these. If we were to do something like this, right, and we were to do something like that, is that a reasonable loading, unloading kind of style facility here? Let's have a look at that, if that's the case. And then on the other hand, we need an incinerator. Okay, that's also going to need to get some waste from here. Let's do that one there, so we're closer to where the action is. So that's hazardous waste coming in that way. Actually, I'm pretty keen for that to go straight there. If we do this, and then we need mixed waste to come in this way. So again, that will take mixed waste, right? Yeah, it will. Oh, we've got bigger ones as well. Let's just go with the small ones. I'm not too fussed by this at the moment. So let's just do that. It should be pretty reasonable. So there we go. So now we've got a bit of a facility going here. We will have access straight through here so that people can come and work here. We will need power in this location. We will certainly need some roads. So let's start planning out a few of our roads. Okay, so if we go a little bit like this, should be able to tie in a few bits and pieces here. Tie that up there. Keep running that in that direction. Do is we'll come down here. Do that, and yeah, we'll need to see about where we tie all of these things in. We'll get the bus stop tied in. We'll need to tie some more of this stuff in. We'll probably need to run a bit of a road down here. We'll need some various things over here. So that'll be a bit of a starting point for us. From crops, we're also wanting to make, okay, but we can do that separately over here. So let's do a fabric factory at the same time, because we want to do that. And then we can see about putting clothing a little bit up here. Potentially tie into this. Oh, I don't know. Clothing factory. So let's get the next piece. Clothing factory, or fabric factory, sorry. So we'll grab a fabric factory directly out of that. Ooh, all of this will need water and sewage and the like. So we'll get ourselves a fabric factory. That will need probably an extra bus stop, to be honest. If we do a fabric factory over here, we'll grab ourselves another little buffer storage. Just going to be a fairly small one. We'll go with this one. How much does that actually take in terms of fabric? Yeah, a fair bit. So we'll grab ourselves a little fabric component there. Let's bring it out to this one instead. And then we're putting ourselves a clothing factory in there. Let's grab clothing factory. Yeah, we will. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get workers all the way here as well if we don't screw it up with too many things. Now, the issue that we need to bear in mind here, right? If we do it this way, we will still need a place where we can drop off clothing. So let's get another storage. My goodness. So now we can do it one direction only. And then we'll do a storage facility also. So another storage. And for clothing, yeah, again, the small one's going to be just fine. So if we do that, Forget about anything else. Let's do that. So there we go. So now we've got multiple storages going on here. We don't need fabric to go anywhere. We just want a little bit of a buffer. And then at the same time, we want clothing to go out there, and we can get people to come and pick it up and go and distribute it to wherever we want to go. So that's kind of the general scheme of things here. So let's get ourselves another bit of a road connection up this way, and then get it straight and something like that. So this is going to be our little industrial complex over here. So we will need to run something pretty direct up there. Okay, and we'll run this one there, and these will probably tie in on this side. And I'm thinking we'll be able to do this and tie these over here. Okay, so something like that gives us a little bit of room for rail. We can manage garbage in this area. It's a little awkward that it's so close to our fields, but I think it's going to work fairly well. And then from there, what else do we have? We've got food and clothing starting out. Let's quickly stop messing about with these things. So let's clear this path and that path. I was testing it more than anything else. So if we were to now bring paths back in, I think there's enough to go through there. And certainly that one can go up that way. So we don't need to tie in the other one. We need the rails to come through here, probably up this way. Yeah, I think that's probably, we can do a little bit of a rail corridor in here. It's going to be okay. If we do that, see how we tie in the rail. That's already connected. These are all connected. Now, if we were to now put some paths in, how are we going to go about doing that? Let's grab some paths. Where's our... don't do that. Don't do that. Where's our closest connection? So let's do... There we go. Go around here. Might be getting a little extreme. Tie it in there. Okay, so that's going to then give me a access point there. We're going to run one straight down this way. So now I hope that will actually provide... What? How come it doesn't even get to here anymore? That's not possible, is it? Did we miss a section? I'm a little awkward with this. Get this right up alongside here. And we'll... Okay, try that again. Where can this guy go? Yeah, see, now it works to there. It should definitely work till here, right? 226 to there. I think it might get to this as well. Anyway, I'm not going to be too bothered by that. If we have to put in another one, we can do another one. Not the end of the world. What we'll do is we'll also do this one here. There we go. So that should be fine. So this guy can walk there. Can you walk? Where can you walk to? 175. You can't. Somehow you can't go beyond that section. So something here is a little, seems to be a bit funny. You can. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we'll figure that out. That's not the end of the world. Okay, now let's see. We've managed to bring in everything we needed to bring in, right? Now, let's bring in some first residents, okay? So we would like to bring in a number of these guys, right? That's heavily educated. And then non-heavily educated people. Okay, I'm wary on the immigrants from the third world because they are. Let's bring in a few more of them, and then these guys fill in the rest over there. Okay, we'll make a bit of a start with that. A few more here and a lot more there. And we'll probably do a little bit on this side. And a lot more there. Okay, so can we make a start with our residents? Everything we've got going. So we'll close this one for the time being. I don't necessarily want people to be working flat out at all of these places. So we're seeing some research going. That's good. We've got some cops and everybody is kind of doing their thing. Right? Ooh, I didn't stop that one. Let's make sure to stop that one. I don't want that to be an issue. So you should be working. The department store, maybe we don't need that many workers for it just yet. Should be able to get everything you need. These guys can walk there, and those guys should quite easily be able to walk there. Even this guy, yeah, absolutely. This doesn't have people yet. Can this get people? Yes, this is getting people. So we should have, everything should now be working. This is doing its thing. Got workers there, there, and there. Okay. People are doing their thing here. People should be doing their thing over this way. Not enough staff yet, but we're getting there. And now this should be having workers, treating patients, and we should be generating some waste here, I think. Can't see it yet. So we'll need to be a little bit cautious about that. So we've got this up and running. We can build a depot. Let me build a vehicle depot over here. I'm going to start off with a reasonable sized vehicle depot as well. We do need vehicle repairs and stuff like that also. Let's just get ourselves a road vehicle depot, very stock standard. Probably a little something like this. Get that in place. We'll pay for it. There we go. So at least now we can get some vehicles to come in this way. These guys are, ready to go. We've got meat and the likes in here, right? Yeah, absolutely. Should be fine. Excellent. People are getting what they need. I think happiness is okay. Ooh, look, happiness is moving up in the right direction. Unable to get clothing. Should be able to get clothing. Good. Okay, so things are reasonable. Pausing it now because now things are a little bit more challenging. Everything should be good with regards to water and sewage. Let's have a look. Is our sewage outflow actually doing something? It should from time to time do a bit of a discharge, right? Maybe it's just not enough being generated just yet. We've got like 740 people. We definitely need more. I wouldn't mind bringing some more in. Everybody is doing their stuff. Influence is not quite the way I would like to. We'll need to do a little bit more from an influence perspective. Our trees are starting to grow over here. This does have the workers that we need to keep everybody nice and watered. But are we starting to see some waste material being generated? There is a little bit of waste there. A little bit of waste is starting to appear. These guys aren't doing anything yet. They would need to drop it off somewhere, though. At the moment, there's nowhere to drop it off. So that's why this section needs to be planned out. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for this. I'm just gonna go for this. So let's go and get all of our various road connections to do their things. Just get all of these road connections done. I'm gonna do that one because I've misclicked it, and then we will do a lot of these things. Get that going. Shall we build these facilities? And we do need that. What are these? Oh, that's a warehouse. That's okay. Let's get this one built. This is a big boy. It's going to cost us a fair bit to get that built. Yeah, that will be necessary. These, I think, will be necessary too, to be honest. So build me those. We'll wait with these just a little bit. Let's get food going first. Okay, here we will need, actually, to be honest, we'll need, give me another one of these. Probably the 4-vehicle one. Oh, they're all 4-vehicle ones. We don't have power here. I need to bring power in here. Okay, so if we were to say, maybe do, I think that's about right. So we'll get, we don't have water or anything here just yet. Let's get that in place. Get that built. Yeah, we're going to take a loan. Guys, we're going to have to take a loan. We won't be up and running just yet. Ooh, okay, we're going to need to provide a little bit of access here and there. Okay, good stuff. That's fine. So that's ready to go. So now we can make a move here. We can buy vehicles, but we'll need power. So let's pause it for a second while we bring power this way. So let's earmark an area here for the rail. So if we were to say rail is going to come in there and there, so this section here needs to basically be rail. Our rail corridor needs to go in there. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of an area there where we need to keep it clear so that we can ultimately bring some rail in. It probably needs to run like that as well. So we can build some other stuff here and we can bring our power infrastructure through there, but we need to keep a fair area clear here for our rail down to 600,000, and people will now start using power and the likes. So I am pausing it now because we have people that we're going to start seeing issues with. Thinking alcohol is causing a little bit of issues with health, but not so much actually. It's still going up our health actually. So I can probably start bringing in some people from using dollars now. That might be quite useful to us. Yeah, this is good. We will need power. Let's get power. Power is the next big thing for us. Power. Where are we going to bring it from? Maybe not from here. Maybe we'll... It's a little further than away. Actually, that's probably about the right spot, to be honest. So let's get the high voltage power lines. Just about the 10. If it goes straight down there, oh, beautiful. And what we'll do is we'll bring it in here. So we'll get a transformer and we'll place our transformer in this location. We'll finish off that piece up to about there and then there and there. Good. We'll give it a road access. The one thing that I am missing in this location is a bit of a fire station. We will need to get a bus running here and bring in fire station workers. We can drop a lot of this. Now, what does this building actually do? I don't quite know if it will. So this building needs to store hazardous waste, please. And this building needs to store mixed waste. That is a one direction. So I'm pausing it now. So this is a one direction that, no, the other way. This is a one direction that way. And this is a one direction this way. This could be used to pick up stuff, I think, but really one direction and one direction is kind of what we're after. Now, from here, we need to, it's just processing these things. It will still produce mixed waste again. So let's get another mixed waste facility quickly. Mixed waste. Is that one? Oh, we can't? Okay. Now, then, my question would be, we might just have to come and collect it and drop it back off again or drop it somewhere else. We'll see. We'll see. Let's leave it as that for the time being. I will build this, right? So we'll get that moving. So we'll have some power over here. That's good. Now we will need to move our power in a little bit further. So let's get ourselves some distribution. So if we wanted to distribute power out of the way, we'll do one there. And we would like to have power probably about here, right? Perfect. So that gives us power to all of these facilities. Good. Now let's quickly do a little bit of this. Get that one connected and this one was connected. So let's build that one and we'll build that one. And then we bring some power cables this way. I think we don't need the underground variety here. So what I'll do is I'll bring one up this way. Like so. And the other one down this way and in like that. Okay, good. Okay, so now we'll have power here. Now we still don't have, so these will now be powered. Building is without drinking water, no workers, no resources. That's fine. Yes, that's fine as well. Okay, this one, all of this will work now, but we do need to make sure that these guys, I'm a little worried we don't have. Let's buy another oil tanker. Please, and what you'll do is you will be picking up some stuff at the border for us, I think. Actually, hang on. That one's not actually doing anything. Let's leave it there for now. Actually, I might forget. So let's just put it in there. This guy, sorry, not that guy. This guy can also deliver fuel for us in this location, please. That should work. What we'll also need to do is get our sewage and water treatment, right? Okay, so let's quickly have a look at that. So we do need a water substation. Will Central work? Central will work. Right over here. We can bring in water from our existing water facility, really. But let's get water to go. All of them is getting water, right? Okay, water. Perfect. Water on the one side and sewage on the other. Oh, I loving it, loving it. Perfect. So that should work. That area is not necessarily being used. So if we then, that is crazy distances that this needs to cover. And I'm a little worried about our pumping facilities. So maybe, anyway, let's just do, how much is this going to cost us? Where are we heading to? We're heading to there. Not not too bad. Build it, so we'll get some water coming in. And at the same time, we need to run our sewage back out. Requires proper slope. I'm worried about requiring proper slope. So what's the issue with this? Actually, that should be downward. Right, switch that back on. That we should be able to run that down that way, right? Let's have a bit of a look. Try that one more time. It should work, right? Ooh, that'll work. So why wouldn't that work? I'd rather, anyway, that'll work. Let's try that in. What's that going to cost us? That's a pretty bold move there. I will go ahead and build it. That's pricey. That's really pricey. These are pricey, but that'll at least get us the ability to now make a start on food and the like. So this should get stuff going straight away. Now let's get. Do we have fields assigned? Yeah, fields are assigned. Not all the fields have been assigned. Ah, okay. It really doesn't matter. Just assign the rest of the fields. Okay. For the time being, we will be doing distribution offices. There's plenty of room here for distribution offices. What we don't yet have is the ability to drop off directly over here. So we will do a road cargo station. So we don't forget it. That's a road cargo station. There you go. We flip it around. Yeah, that's the one I'm after. Okay, road cargo station like so. We'll get that connected. Good. Just do that. Okay, so road cargo station goes over there. So that ultimately we can get some distribution offices to do their thing. At the moment, it'll have to run through this. So let's buy some vehicles. It has a lot of mechanisms that it can get. So what are we after? We are after sewing. Wow. How many vehicles can this thing take? 8, 16, 24, 30, right? Yeah. So with 30 vehicles, how are we doing this? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 30. So really we want 10 of each. So let's start with 10. Okay, 10 tractors, and then we'll go for harvesters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 10 harvesters. And then the question is, do we do covered hulls as well? We'll have to. At the moment, we'll have to. Unless we get our logistics stuff going. But we can move the covered hulls over, right? So we'll just get ourselves 10 covered hulls as well. There we go. So now everybody's here. They don't have any fuel. So hopefully fuel will arrive fairly soon. I am contemplating getting us access straight over there. Let's quickly do that. Let's get ourselves access here. Okay, so at least the guys can get in here a little bit quicker. We'll have room for our rail to go in. We could also run the rail out that way. Could be a bit of a loop for the rail, maybe. We'll see. Okay, so that's a good starting point. Let's switch off that piece. How is everybody doing? We're starting to see a little bit of a drop in terms of things. This is underway. Can I increase our piece here a little? Let's increase that. So why is our sewage not working? Sewage does not seem to be working. Is everything built? Ah, haha. That's the problem. let's make sure that gets built. Let's make sure these gets built. That might not necessarily work even, because I think that might need power. Right? Does this complain about power? Yes, it does. So let's find ourselves something that can work for the power, and then we'll call it an episode. So we've got people here, and oh yeah, power can come in straight from over there. So let's get a little something for power. Yeah, we'll just do something like that. That's going to give us power, and we'll bring in an underground cable. Why is this doing this crazy stuff here? Give me this cable. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Now it's at least working. Let's get all of that built. So now we'll have some power here, and hopefully our sewage will start coming out. Yes, no, maybe. Nothing? Come on. Switch tank is overfilled. Let's have a look. Operating without issues. It's fine. Forget about the name. So why is this not working? Operating without issues. Okay. Hang on. Let's have a look. Something's funny. Go there. How come? This doesn't need... nothing is working. So all of these should be problematic at the moment. Ooh, okay. I am not too sure, to be honest. I hope it's not an issue. Any section of this that's not built? There was. Ah, there we go. Good stuff. Okay, it'll sort itself out. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Excellent. There was a little section that wasn't built, so it's just needing to clean itself out. But we're already looking much healthier. Yeah. We're looking much healthier. Okay, guys, thank you. That's going to be the end of today's episode. A long one. With a lot happening, and I'm glad to see we're starting to sow some fields. Now, we will need to sort out fertilization fairly quickly, otherwise this will run us in the ground fairly quickly as well. So a lot of stuff we need to do. We're out of money, so we'll need to take our first loan, but I think we're fairly close to being able to generate some level of income, maybe from alcohol. That would be a good starting point if we can get some distribution up and running for that. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, good. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this brand new series. We're going a little quicker this time around with the instable stuff, but I think that's going to get us in a reasonable location for like, it's just going to be a much faster paced series. So let me know what you think about the pace. We won't be insta-building everything forever. We just want to get our starter pieces up and running, and then we'll start getting a construction industry. And once we've got that going on, we will start building our own stuff a little bit more effectively. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.